How was everyone after that Aries eclipse? The biggest theme from that eclipse was fear. I just finished a meditation and I wanted to give a little message. Something came to me and I wanted to say it. So, people are being driven by their fears and they need to get grounded. Today, the moon is in Taurus, so I want you to do something that helps you to be grounded. Whether that's meditation that grounds you, whether that's going for a walk, whether that's dancing, you need to be present in your body and less moved by any emotions or overthinking. So here are some ways to ground yourself. Pick one and do that today, tomorrow, and whenever you start to feel your fear overtaking you, um, try that.
Hi. Yes, I'm right on time. It is 2:07 March 31st, 2:07 p.m. How are you all doing today? How's your 31st, your last day, the last day of March? Guys, we have made it. We've almost made it. Oh my gosh. It's been quite a month, hasn't it? Man. All right. I have 11 minutes. 11 minutes. So I am on the journey of being a responsible woman. And one of those things that I am going to be doing is having more awareness um, of my habits and trying to correct them. And I have 11 minutes for myself. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little like early early day, even though it's not early, but like first update. All right, 11 minutes have started. Okay, so all right, so how did I feel this morning? I woke up this morning and I slept in. Today's my off day technically. Mondays I usually have off, meaning I don't work. I'm not like working. I'm not supposed to be working at least, but usually Mondays I would like to use it as like days for rest. And to just kind of like do like housework, house chores, maybe cook if I need to. But sometimes it doesn't work that way. Like I worked this weekend. I worked at the fair. Like I told you guys, I worked at the Body Mind Soul Fair, which is also called the Psychic Fair, where a bunch of practitioners get together. Like host a bunch of practitioners offer 20-minute sessions to people. So there's people who do all kinds of things. They're people like me, astrologers. I feel like I'm the only astrologer, traditional astrologer, and then there's another lady. She's a Vedic astrologer. There are just intuitive practitioners there, and I mix intuitive with astrology as well. So, but then there's people who do like crystal healing. There's like massage therapists who mix spirituality and like spiritual wellness in there too. Just a bunch of people. There's tarot readers, all that. So I did that this weekend, and I have work to do. The point is, so I woke up, just kind of letting myself sleep in, even though I really wanted to wake up early, but it's okay. And I want to wake up early, not because I feel like I have to, but because I know I'm my most I want to have a lot of the day. Like I would love to have woke up at 5 o'clock a.m. because like then I would have had so much work to do. Like say I got so much done from 5 a.m. to like I could have got all my work done and then had the rest. Come 12, I could have had the rest of the day to like chill. So for me, the later that I wake up, even if it's my off days, which a lot of times I give myself grace, but if I can, make the effort to wake up earlier, then I just have more time in my day to get stuff done. But anyways, I went to sleep. I slept in, and then I really needed to go to the grocery store this morning. So and it was supposed to be raining and storming here around like 10, 11. So I decided to wake up, and immediately go to the grocery store. So I got some things that I'm gonna need that'll hopefully hold me over for the next couple of days until I go grocery shopping again. I usually like to go grocery shopping on Wednesdays because I like to go to Sprouts, and Wednesdays is usually when like they they get new stuff in, like they restock stuff. That's when the trucks come and they get like fresh stuff. I looked that up. I looked up like what are the best days to go to Sprouts because I like I'm mostly I'm plant-based, you know. I'm vegan. I like to say plant-based though because I still eat honey, but other than that I don't eat any animal products. I'm gluten-free. I have a lot of dietary, I just have a different, like very particular I don't like to say diet, but how I eat. And so it includes a lot of vegetables, like yeah, like and fruit and stuff like that. And I like fresh stuff. So, anyways, that and then I decided. So I came here and then I ate me some breakfast, some oatmeal, some apples. Drinking my tea right now, with lemon, green tea with lemon. All right, I have 6 minutes. And then, oh yeah, so going back to, sorry. So when I woke up this morning though, I did decide to do my morning practice where I sat down and did my 15 minutes of meditation. And then I journaled. I actually did 20 minutes this morning. Shoot, dang it. All right, come on now. I'm supposed to be on a time crunch. Where is my, I don't have my journal. Hold on, let me get my journal really quick. Okay, so my journal today, so I journaled down, you know, what came up for me, what I needed to focus on, and I guess I can share it today because it's not super personal. So when I meditated, I got the message, and my intuition told me, intuitively, I thought, you know, I heard, prioritize the things that need to be done today and set time blocks for you to get it done. Your mind likes time blocks. If you give yourself time blocks, you will focus on tasks without distractions. So, yeah, I got that because I have a lot of things to do today. And, yeah, it kind of, sometimes when I have a lot of things to do, I get overwhelmed emotionally. And then that's where, like, I just stall or procrastinate, or I, you know, somehow end up on, like, YouTube watching videos or whatever, you know, like I just distract myself because it feels like so overwhelming for me to get it done, especially when it has to do with like work stuff. And I have a lot of work stuff I need to get done, even though it's my off day, but I wasn't able to get that done as much last weekend, or just, yeah. So anyways, I just have to get a lot of stuff done today. So yeah, that will help me to prioritize. So I ended up journaling. I wrote down my schedule and down like what are the priority things I need to focus on, priority tasks, and I did time blocks for them. So I know, so yeah, so I did that. And then I got, wow, my timer went off. I have it on my computer though. And then I got like a collective, like the energy for the collective, a message for the collective, and it says, people are being driven by their fears. They need to get grounded. So fears have been coming up a lot. Obviously, we had the eclipse, and the eclipse was in Aries. We're gonna be having we're going to get real familiar with Aries energy because astrologically, a lot of major planets like Neptune and Saturn are going to be entering into Aries. Actually, Neptune just entered Aries a couple of days ago, which is huge. I feel like, once again, I always say I really want to dive deeper into the astrology, but at some point, it'll come when it comes. But just know that's very, very important. Neptune represents our imagination. What did I put I said Neptune represents illusions, dreams, imaginations, and spirit realm. So because it's in Aries, Aries has a lot of passion, has a lot of drive, but the other end of it is can be like very fear bait, like having to overcome fears. And then like an urgency of like an impatience to act without sometimes even thinking. It's just like impulsive. So then I got a message of, I haven't looked into the Neptune's and Aries energy yet, like astrologically. I haven't like really went and did all the research and all that stuff, like studied that. But intuitively, I got the delusion of fear may cause conflict. And I don't want that to be like a big, like major thing. Like when I say conflict, I'm not saying that it could be like, but it's like conflict of like feeling conflicted. Or maybe like internally conflict, or like internal, like, I don't know, like even when it comes to like I don't know, I'm not gonna dissect that. I just got that mainly. I would just say there's gonna be like a more delusion of fear, which will cause sometimes a response and maybe an impulse, feeling impulsively or feeling like moved to have to act on an illusion of fear or heightened like anger or emotions. I don't know. I don't really know. But I wrote the delusion of a threat, impulsive decisions, impulsive reactions to things, I forget. I can't even read my own writing. Impulsive reaction to things from based off of fear. That's what I said. People may have more like violent dreams, or like anger, or like angry based dreams. But the good parts of it could be like, I don't know, because when I think of Neptunes, I think of like, once again, like things that we idolize, like the dream, like how we dream, like our perception of things that may not be like super clear. It's more subconscious, spiritual. I don't know. But I also, the other thing is like we may have more, I don't know, I just wrote like passion, sex, masculinity, like change, like a lot of Marsy energy mixed with the Neptune. And then I just randomly wanted to say this, and this is something that the girl that I watched, that I've been talking about a lot, her name, I need to put her name up here at some point again, because I do talk about her, and I don't know, it's for anybody who is like open-minded, and I don't know, like I just feel like I just like her. But she talks about like having spiritual attacks a lot, and I feel like, which when I heard it, I was just kind of like, I had to be open-minded to that concept, because I'm like, I didn't necessarily like believe it like on a face, like I don't know, I just feel like sometimes certain like Christians use like certain languages that I wouldn't like necessarily describe certain feelings as, but I don't feel like, but once again, I'm trying to move away from focusing on what everybody like the name of what people call things, and think about the feeling behind it. We're all describing, we all feel this like similar things, especially people who are super connected, and I mean more like aware and intuitive, and just in general, we all have like similar feelings. When we have anxiety, it's take away the word anxiety and just talk about the feeling behind it, like a racing heartbeat, like shaky, all that stuff. So I just feel like a lot of people try to put names on it, which anxiety, yes, but it's just a name. So let's stay away from it. But I feel like when she says spiritual attacks, and when I think about spiritual attacks, because if I think of Neptune, or maybe spiritual conflict, it will be a little bit better and not like fear-based driven. But I just feel like there's gonna be like maybe some conflict around like spirituality. I don't know, like, or spiritual, or battling some internal things that is more like spiritual or more on our subconscious, and we're having to like push past it. And I really do feel like it's definitely going to have a lot to do with fear. And I think that there's a lot of people, I mean, once again, I understand the times that we're in, which, yes, I understand why people will have certain fears, but I'm concerned that the fears are going to cause people to make irrational decisions, or like to act sooner than they get the information or even really know the reality of things, and that's going to cause a greater problems by impulsively reacting to a threat or something that isn't really played out yet, and the people is the one that causes. I don't know, but anyways, so that's that. So yeah, I think my time is definitely up now. What else did I want to say? So yeah, that's My Little Seal by Neptune and Aries. Oh, I didn't say my morning message. Oh yeah, my morning message. So yeah, I guess, a constructive, a practical way to move past fears, because it's normal to feel their feelings. You're going to feel it. I mean, I know this, once again, being a moon in Aries, like, but it helps when I get grounded. And when we think of, the moon is in Taurus today. It's going to be in Taurus today and tomorrow. And Taurus is about, Taurus is an earth sign. So we all know the easiest way to get grounded is to go outside and to walk in grass and to sit on grass and, to take a walk, just be out in nature. But some other things, like today, well, I guess I could do it, but it was supposed to be raining and stuff. But some other reason, a more simpler way of grounding yourself is connecting to your senses. Because when you're connecting to your senses, which is smell, taste, touch, sound, there we go. You're moving your focus away from the mind and into the body, the physical sensations of the body. So if you can do that, anytime you start to feel even like the feelings of fear or mental thoughts of fears, you want to ground yourself so that it can't just start to swirl around you, and then you start to feel overwhelmed, and then you can't like react, or you do react and it's impulsive because it's predicated off of like heightened emotions or fear or like mental thoughts that just crowd your vision. So you need to, like, before you react, you need to, it's an easy way that you can kind of like anchor yourself. And when I say anchor, it's like grounding yourself, bringing yourself back to reality. That is the thing. Bringing yourself back to reality is you doing things that connect you to your senses. So once again, like I always say, for me, like breath, like breathing, focusing on your breath. You're inhaling in, exhaling out, and you kind of do that as many times as you can to get yourself back to reality. Bring yourself back into reality. When you're overthinking, you anchor bringing yourself back to reality of the present moment. Like, you're okay right now, and you will be okay, or just like focusing on your body, getting out of your, fears or your emotions or your thoughts. But yeah, so there's like a bunch of things like that you can do. So maybe I'll like leave an article or leave something that you guys could like do some like easy grounding. But like I said, the best way is to go take a walk outside, sit down for 5 minutes and meditate and focus on your breath, breathing in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Putting also like a nice scent, like a or some calming scents, like lavender or anything like that, to help you connect to your senses, to your smell. Because when you're smelling something calming, it kind of clashes with the mind, and you like are, that's a sense. Like, I don't know, like even like like rubbing your own self, giving yourself a hug, just feeling like, you know, connecting, like comforting yourself, literally, like comforting your own self. As well. So there's could be so many things, like just, you know, like dancing, or yoga's very good. Yoga. But like I said, for me, sometimes you can't just stop and do like full routines. So for me, it usually is just breathe, Jazz, and I'll just tell myself and talk to myself, like, just breathe in, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. And just having like positive affirmations, like talking to myself. But that helps, okay? Or just going for a walk. You know, those things are like easy that you can do. Or even stretching. That's also bringing a focus on your body. So there's so many easy things, and I really do feel like this is going to keep coming up, because this is just going to be important for us to, I feel like we are moving. I'm not going to go into a tangent. I have a time frame right now, but I feel like that's just going to be, I'm starting to get congested again, and I don't want to do the nasty sound. Or just sniffling. But yeah, I just feel like that's going to be really essential to our physical, mental, and emotional health, which is really, really good. It's going to be really, really good. I do really feel like there's a lot to, yes, to a lot of people, and I understand there's a lot to worry about, fear about, but I just don't feel like that's productive. I just feel like it's not productive. Like, it leaves us vulnerable when we could actually find our inner strength, and which will be like our armor, quote unquote, to be able to, because we are stronger than what we believe, and sometimes our minds and our emotions could like cloud that. But if we learn how to work with our bodies to anchor us in times of unknown discomfort, even when it comes like outside of even the world, of your day-to-day life, strengthening your body, strengthening or being able to control your emotions, to control your thoughts, to quiet that, so then you can center yourself, and then you can like push through anything, and you're not controlled by fear, you're not controlled by your thoughts, your self-doubt, your da-da-da-da, you know? It's just not constructive. Like I said, we all have choices. You can choose to push through it and know that, and have proof that people that's been through worse situations, and also that are even today living through worse situations than like a lot of people are, like people who, or you know, are having to overcome obstacles. I don't know, it's just like there's people who survived. That's just my biggest thing to make me realize that I can get through anything. Like the body, like we are stronger than we realize, and I don't want to let anybody take that from me, because of people letting their fears control them, which, like I said, only leaves you more vulnerable in the end, and to anything, or like you just, anyways. So and then oh yeah, okay, and then almost lastly, so I also have been thinking, once again, I'm gonna talk about the girl, because I feel like I don't care if I talk about her, because I feel like people need to do more of this. This is like, how cool is it for me to actually be talking about somebody that I'm really interested in watching, so much so that I watch her every day, and how she's impacted me. She deserves her flowers, you know, because like putting yourself out there every day is not as easy as people think it is. And especially when you're being open and vulnerable about your, like, what you're feeling, and like talking about feelings on camera and authentically, and then your beliefs authentically, and standing firm on that, is so brave to me. And anyone who does that, like, I really like resonate with that, and I really like respect that. And also I know that her putting herself out there is not just for her, it's genuine. It's, she really wants to help through her like message, and I do feel like she is intuitive. And that's another thing for me. Like, I feel I can see that people who have gifts, whether they call it whatever they want to call it, but they are gifted, and they're like meaning gifted, like hyper intuitive. Like, they could be like healer, or not, I want to say healers, but more of like yeah, they're here to do, like, I don't know, God's work, I guess you would say. I quoted it because it sounds so like I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It just sounds so like I don't know. But I feel like there could be a better word for that, but I'm just saying it. Maybe cheesy? I don't know. But I feel like all of us can. Some people are born naturally higherly and like intuitive, and more, I think, sensitive to energy. People who are very sensitive are usually intuitive. They just haven't strengthened their gifts, but some people come in with their gifts already there, and then they have to like manage it. And a lot of people who have all these gifts actually don't like it, because they can see things that others can't see, and then like it's just there's just so much to it. So I think those people are amazing and cool, honestly. Like, I just be like, no, I'm not gonna ever say like, God, I wish you would have just made me, because I have my own gifts in my own ways. And for me, because I'm naturally, like I said, an air sign, I feel like my mind is the thing that blocks me from being able to strengthen my intuition. And I know that like to where it can be, and I know it'll get to where it needs to be at some point. I mean, not that is not like I'm fine where it is, but I guess I'm not asking for anything, because also like it comes with a lot when you are able to, like, you are super intuitive. It's not a like how I look at it. Like, I think it's really cool, but I know from being around people that who are very, very intuitive, to where they like see things and feel things and hear things without their control, and they like struggle with sleep and just so many things. It's not like something to be like it's challenging. It can have its challenging times. But anyways, I'm veering off. But okay, so yeah, so I was just like, because like, I guess, I don't know, it's the Aquarius in me, I guess. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I feel like, yes, when I first decided I wanted to start this little series where I come on the camera and I like, I don't know, vlog my day to day, but doing it like not like without much edits, and not aesthetically pleasing, like real raw, me just turning on the camera. I got inspired by that when I started watching that girl's video, because she does that. Like, she vlogs and turns on the camera, and she like doesn't like do it. She does it like super raw and like uncut and not aesthetic. It's just like her talking about her feelings and what she's doing throughout the days. And I just really love the style of that. But then I've started to realize like Jess, I don't know, I got like in my mind, like, you just got re-inspired to do this, because if I look back at my secret YouTube accounts and like social media accounts that I did when I left Jess Creations, when I took that break and I decided to go venture off to figure out what I wanted to do and blah blah blah, with the spirituality and astrology, I created several accounts where I was doing what I'm doing now, like what I was doing, similar things, like turning on the camera and just talking. Which I think that's what I'm doing anyways. Like, I don't know. So the point is, it's just, so I went back and watched one of my videos from my old channels, that I kind of secretly want to say, but I also secretly don't want to say, because I don't know, I like the privacy, even though there's some people that's found it before, and it's not like it's something, it's just me being like more, like me just talking more, and but it's really cool to look back on, because that was when before I was even like working and hosting women's circles and actually doing what I wanted, like I've been wanting to do. It was when I was really in the like journey of like trying to figure it out, and without like doing it. It was like when you have a dream and you're starting to work towards it, but nothing is manifested yet. But then I see, like, I show my first like women's circle, or like I describe it, which I'm gonna include a video of here. Okay, so when I decided to like go back, because I was just thinking in my head, like, I don't know, maybe I guess I feel like I need to give myself more credit, because a part of me feels like I don't want to feel like I'm like copying her, but maybe, but but in my head though, but I do. I guess I just got like, hey, you used to do this too. Like, watching her videos just re-inspired you to do something that you like. And it's okay to be inspired by somebody, be re-inspired, but just know that like you used to be doing this too. I still feel like that's like my Aquarius trying to say, hey guys, like I didn't copy like I did this too, okay? And that's common for us. I mean, come on now. We all have, even if you think of it astrologically speaking, we all have. I know I'm over my 11 minutes. Okay, it's okay. I'm gonna give myself grace. But I know we all have similar. If we all have similar energy, okay. Like if somebody has Aquarius energy in them, they're probably gonna have like similar ideas for me. They're probably gonna like to talk about their ideas, do things with community and groups, and have like certain innovative, like we're gonna have similar things. If people have like other energies, so nobody's really gonna be like it's okay. And I have to tell myself like it's okay. Like people are gonna have similar things, like, because it's just natural, that's life. But I mean, no one is you. So whether you do, there is no copying. Everybody has, like, somebody, it is true. Like, somebody has done something, like, similar to you, but you can just reinvent it or make it different because you're putting yourself in. I mean, no one's like you. You are special. So that's like the singer. Like, imagine if the first singer, somebody wanted to be another singer, and they're like, oh, that girl copied me because she wants to be a singer. That's like, no. She's a singer, and you could be a singer, and you both have different styles of singing. And it's okay to be, I don't know, so... But I just wanted to prove it to myself, because I was thinking, like, hey, like, you used to do this too. So, like, I don't know. This is such a dumb. This is POV of an Aquarius girl who gained inspiration, or got re-inspired, and feels like every day feeling like, oh, I don't want to feel like I'm copying this girl, but she did re-inspire me to do something to do it in a style, or maybe she just made me realize that how valuable just someone sitting down and talking about their feelings is. And when I used to do it, when I used to do it, and matter of fact, fine, I'll give you guys my account, okay? No, actually, I don't want to give it to you, because I'm going to start reposting. Okay, fine, you guys can have it, okay? It's just that Aquarius on YouTube. And there you can go and watch my videos where I have like literally, I've been talking about views now, or I make comments about views when really like I genuinely feel so happy, like I said, because I really like, I don't even like care. Like I have demolished my like connection to it, and it feels really good, because like obviously I still like, I want these videos to come out, but no longer do I do videos for views anymore, and I really feel really happy about that. also I want to say, like, but if you do, or anybody, like, because once again, being a content creator is great, so I don't want people to like see me being like, F yous, like, I'm free, like, I'm just doing whatever I want, because I know that God will send my videos to those who need it, you know, and or my spirit team will send the videos away, you know, to it, which, you know, I've always felt like that and trusted that, and now I'm starting to see that, and it's like great, you know. But I don't crave to have like a lot of, like, I just want people who are meant to see my videos to see my videos. That's it. That's all I want. I don't care about a number. I just want that. And I know that's going to happen because I just want to impact people and people, you know, in any way that I can, through my stories, through sharing, being authentic, sharing my authentic self. And then if, like I said, once I start to roll out my Healthy Girl Healing business, meaning, and that's a business, I call it my business, but Healthy Girl Healing is going to be a space for like-minded women who are on the similar journey, who's into self-discovery, healing, and self-care, and just like living their, like a happy, like living their purpose, living a happy life, a more meaningful life, and like more connected, I guess, like intuitive based life, while also like doing it with like-minded people and having their group of friends who understand them, and exploring the depths of life, and like understanding themselves, and there's some, I guess I need to figure out how I want to describe all this. Like, I feel like I need to get a better way of when someone asks, like, what is Healthy Girl Healing? But ultimately, outside of that, Healthy Girl Healing, when I think of it, is going to be a space where I host women's circles, monthly women's circles, and then I also do one-to-one readings or like group readings. I want like to combine the community aspect, because I think that's amazing. Like, I love the community aspect of connection and doing like spiritual self-care or wellness, and also like sharing and hosting a safe space for people to like talk about their emotions, process their emotions, connect with other people, and just like also talk about the current astrology and see how it affects everyone and all this stuff like that. But then I also want to provide a space for people who want to dive deeper into them and understand themselves and their purpose, and also get guidance on navigating their life and all this stuff like that, overcoming their obstacles and learning, you know, working through their own stuff. So that is what I see currently for the vision of Healthy Girl Healing. And so that is like gonna be a thing. Like, you know, I would just have, that's my business. So I will, you know, if people who come on here want to explore, dive deeper into that, great. If not, they just want to get the guidance that I talk about when me sharing my, great. Like, you know, I'm really proud of myself from getting there, because I just think I was just overthinking it and overdoing, you know, I don't know. You guys are seeing a girl who's literally been putting work in herself, and it does take time. And then you, like I said, you have your good days, you have your bad days. Sometimes you go 10 steps forward, and then you move 5 steps back, and then you go 2 steps forward, and then you 20 steps back, and this is just the journey. So, okay, I am rambling. Okay. So anyways, that's what I did want to say. So I was thinking about that today, because I was like, oh, you know, like, I know I used to do this before. Okay. Like, oh gosh. Okay. Like, I know. So I went to Just at Aquarius, and I clicked on one video, and then I clicked on another video, and it made, when that video, I don't know, somebody told me to keep listening to that video. So, or I felt called, I felt the drive, I felt like I should keep listening to it. So I listened to it while I was making my breakfast. And in that video, I talked about fear. I talked about what I feel like I'm navigating through, the same feelings. and I ended up watching a video where I'm going through similar feelings, I'm working through similar feelings. So I thought that was a good, like, I was just like, thank you, God, because I know God did that. Like, I know, you know, like, my intuition, God spoke through me to, like, click that video. I know it was meant for me to connect to that. So then I was like, all right, I want to include this in today's video because it really, really helps to, it aligns with the current energy. And I know it's going to be helpful for other people. And I think I'm going to start doing this because I have a lot of old videos that I really want to repurpose. And because history does repeat itself, and also, I mean, history, but like, I don't know, like, when you're once again working on yourself, it's just so cool to see the progress. And then, like I said, I was really free when I did my other channels, so I really was able to just talk and like share, because really no one was watching. Like, if you go and look, I have like maybe like sometimes just like only 2 views, or some no views. And I just, like I said, I think back to that time, and I really was like, felt like my freest, but it was only because of me. I guess I can still feel free even without being like behind the scenes. It's just about like my mindset, you know? I can break myself away from the chains that my mind is making me feel like it needs to be in. Yeah, I can go deeper than that, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. So yeah, I'm gonna include that video right now. It's interesting because that video was literally like when I started to kind of do the virtual women circles. And that was the first time I ever was doing women circles, you know, like, so yeah. And like I said, it's interesting to think that I really did like leave my whole Just Creation channel and was like doing other stuff, like built another community. And yeah, which, you know, is so funny and really kind of messed up probably, and I'm gonna do something about it. Like, I also feel really, really bad. It's a bad Aquarius trait, okay? I did leave the other communities that I was with, that I built, and not that it matters. I mean, I don't know, maybe some people that, you know, it's not that I left like that. There's more to the story, but I do feel like a part of me, like, I'm like, girl, you should go back and at least tell them like you decided to like go back to your channel, even though some people knew about my Just Creation. Actually, no, I think I kept that private. I was just having a double life back then. Like, I was just, which I don't know, there's something like exhilarating about that, like knowing, like people knowing only a part of me. Oh my gosh, it sounds really, I'm really exposing myself. Like me having like hidden, like, cause I just feel like I really do be feeling like I have multiple like parts to me. Not in a way of like I'm fake, but I have multiple layers. There you go. As I'm sure a lot of us do. Like, I'm not saying this because I think I'm special. I'm saying this because I know there's other people out there like that have multiple layers, and like, you know what I mean. You only, you know, not consciously, but sometimes you show, you know, I don't know, like how many like people can see like the different layers of you. And I don't know how to describe it. I guess that's a part of being a 12th house sun. My sun is in the 12th house, so I just feel like there's a part of me that likes privacy and mystery, and not to expose all of myself. And like I said, not for any like, there's no motivation or negative motivation behind it. It's just like, I do like to keep a lot of things to myself sacredly. I don't know. And then also, yeah, I don't know. It's not even just that. It's just like, at the time I had discarded my Just Creations page. I didn't want people to see that part. I wanted to be the I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm starting to do that thing where I veer off into other topics where it doesn't matter. So I need to come back to present. All right. So I'm going to show you that video soon. But before we do that, I wanted to tell you guys just everything that I need to do, okay? So today I need to do work for the not the metaphysical shop, okay? There's a little bit complicated. It's a little complicated, but there's another social media girl that works for the metaphysical shop. And when I came on, she was done running the shop page, social media page. But my job, they grew a following on social media, but they weren't making, like, it wasn't getting them, it didn't affect like their progress. Like, they weren't getting new people, it wasn't making them have more sales or anything like that. So it's pretty much like, yeah, they have this whole audience that they built, but it wasn't generating nothing for them. And so that's when I came in and I was like, okay, the problem is like okay, I just came in and like help. I was helping the girl with her post and actually making her post to in a way that it actually brought people to the store and all the stuff like that, and promoted the other stuff, the events and blah blah blah. And then I started running ads and helping them run that. And so then I started to be like a social media marketer more, and then she was the content creator, even though I would still create content. So now though, the owner of the metaphysical shop wants to have her own business because she's a spiritual coach and a mentor. She calls herself, well, I guess technically, okay, she is a spiritual mentor and a success coach. So she wants to like help people who have who wants to have their own spiritual businesses or any business, and to help like create that and like build that and like other stuff. And she also mixes like numerology, and she does her readings and all this stuff. Like, so I'm the social media marketer for her now. And on the side, I still like manage the social media girl and give her advice. And, so now she runs the metaphysical shop, but I'm now the social media person, like marketer, content creator for the owner now. So she can have her own business outside of the metaphysical business. I don't even know why I'm explaining that. Well, I guess I'm explaining it because I'm going to be documenting my journey of like doing that now. So I think that's necessary. So my job for her is she just so now like we have finally like started to get to the point to where she's going to be offering things like events. Like, she's doing something called a message circle, and she's like going to be doing events and like hosting her own stuff. So I'm going to be I need to create ads for all of the things that she's going to be hosting and all the events and all the services she's going to be doing for April. So today I'm going to be like creating ads for each one, and then I'm going to run the ads. So, we can get people to sign up. And, you don't always need to do ads. You can do like organic, like just posting the post, but we have found, like, I have found through that you do get more attention when you do ads, but you do have to have the money for it, which is one of the reasons for me why I haven't, even though I feel like, I do want to at some point when I do start to, do my Healthy Girl Healing business, like I do want to be able, like I still want to do organic ads, meaning unpaid, where I'm just posting on social media, but I do also want to do like paid ads too, and feel like I feel okay to have a limit to where every month I run these paid ads. So anyways, so that's like mainly what I'm gonna focus on, and then I'm going to be like just doing a lot of events, setting up the calendar for April, and like getting all the stuff, the main events, and doing the promo for that. And then I'm also going to start like editing the videos that I need to post for this week, just like the regular social media videos, because my goal, which I still haven't, you guys see I haven't done, and even for her, like I haven't done it like as much as I need to, and that's why I want to commit. And I also feel like, I don't know, I just really need to get over like my perfectionism, I guess you would say. But yeah, I do really want to master, like by the end of April, my goal is I really want to be posting 3 posts on her page, on her social media, 3 posts on my social media, and 3 posts on my Just Creation social media, and 3 posts on my Healthy Girl Healing social media, which I'm actually gonna be getting help from somebody doing that. Hopefully, we'll see. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much information until it's like finalized, but I decided that I'm gonna need to start creating like a team for myself, because I'm trying to do a lot. Like managing a social media account, just one is a lot. So if me, I'm trying to do 3, that's a lot, okay? So I just decided like, yeah, I do need help, and I just want to, it's time for me to create like my own team, or people that I can get help from with to manage my, like, especially my Healthy Girl Healing, so so I'm gonna be like talking to a girl tomorrow, and like I said, I'm probably gonna like talk about her more if it works out, but I also want like to get my siblings to help me with certain things too. So I really feel good, like finally I hope my also goes by, like I said, the end of April, like Healthy Girl Healing is starting to get itself out there more, and then I can like talk about it, and then I'll have my website up by the grace of God. We'll see, okay? But I know everything will happen in divine timing. So all right, I'm way past my limit, but it's okay, because at least I have a schedule for myself, and I know that now I got this out the way. I kind of talked to you guys, and I honestly don't know if I'll even, I think I'll just post this. I think for me, like, I just feel like, I don't know, this works for me, to just do one post, and then maybe I'll start posting like a flashback post of like the same day last year. I had that idea to do. I had an idea to do like posting a video of me now, and then posting a video of the same day, like say today is whatever day it is. I already forgot. Oh, the 31st. Now let me go look back at the 31st into 2024 and see what I was doing. So yeah, or just do a post or add something. We'll see. That may be my style. I don't know. I still have other stuff I need to post. Like I want to post I did like blog a little bit for the with the eclipse. Maybe I can include that in here too, because I really didn't blog as much as I wanted to. I even hosted a new moon. I hosted an eclipse circle on last Friday, and I didn't even get time. I had no time to edit or like to film. It was just one of those times where like things were very rushed, and I'm so sad. It's okay though. It's okay, because I have another women's circle coming up. Well, I have a women's circle for the full moon coming in February 13th. Not February 13th, April 13th. So anyways, there's just a lot. Oh, I had to run that ad today as well too. So there's just so many things that needs to be done today. So I am happy I got this out the way, because I also realized for me, I need to do these early, because the later it gets, the most likely I'm probably not going to end up posting it. So this will be up, and now I'm going to move over to the video that from let's go flash back in time to see what I was up to last year. Hey, so I just felt called to turn on the camera right now to kind of vent a little bit. I just finished doing the Healthy Girl Healing Virtual Women's Circle meetup, and thank you to all of you who came. I think that this was the biggest one. And I didn't expect really it to turn out the way that it did, like as many people to come. But yeah, there's usually like maybe 3, sometimes even 2, just 2 of us. But it's gotten to like 4, and today it was like at, I think like 5 or 6, if I remember correctly. I don't remember. 6, I think it was 6 people, I think. But the point is, it literally, like, the most people I got came on like the day that I was like the least like mentally prepared, because I haven't said this because I've been waiting to kind of like take you guys through, like, I've been supposed to post, I was supposed to be posting videos of what's been going on in my life and showing you how the astrology has played out for me. But for some reason I haven't posted that, and maybe because I feel like it's vulnerable, and maybe part of me fears like putting myself out there in my real life and real feelings and real emotions out there. Part of me feels like, oh, it's outdated, like it's not current, so is it gonna resonate? It's this whole thing of like you getting in your own way, because like how am I gonna say what's gonna be valuable for others? You know, that's not my decision. I know that. So it's like I'm getting in my own way because the content that I'm holding could actually be helpful to some people, but I'm being so like overthinking it that I'm not putting it out, because I'm like, who would even want to watch this? Well, I don't know. How about you put it out so then you can find out? You know, you're not going to know clearly until you put it out. So anyways, the point is I got a job. Okay. I got a part-time job, and I'll give you more information on that. But today was the first day that I had today was the first day that I had to work, and I had the Healthy Girl Healing meetup. Women's Circle. I keep calling it so many different things. But you guys know what I mean, okay? So I literally got off work an hour before the Women's Circle started, and it was chaos. I wasn't able to like do what I like to do, which is to ground myself and to mentally prepare for it, and to just do my own like spiritual self-care practice so I can show up in a like level-headed, calm, you know, present state. So the people that came today, the beautiful souls that came today, got me at a wired state. Plus, I decided to drink some tea when I hadn't eaten. I didn't get to eat when I got home from work. So all I had was tea that I had just made really quick. And then I don't have honey. I ran out of honey, so I put sugar, which I don't drink. I mean, I don't eat sugar often, which I know is lame. But I have a lot of dietary restrictions. Like, so anyways, the point is I'm not used to that. So I just put a bunch of sugar. I didn't even know how much. I just hurried up and whatever. So I'm already feeling like mentally wired, mentally not like calm, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be late, all this extra stuff. I had to come home, take my dog out to go. It was a lot. And then I was like, oh, let me have this tea because like I need something. And this tea was wiring me up. Like, if anybody was at the meeting and could tell, like, or maybe I looked like, I felt like I was having the jitters. So anyways, all of that happened, and wait, what was I saying this again? I was saying that this was the first time that I had a meeting after work. And of course, the first time that happens, the most people show up. And I think also I felt like, oh, I caught off guard a little bit because I put out, I sent invites and I kind of said it was going to be free. But I at this point, I've been doing this for like a month, going on 2 months. I have released all my expectations. Like I said, consistently, usually like 3 people shows up. For once again, there has been times 2 people. But and we've had like probably a max of 4 people, 4-ish, 5, but today was like 6, and it was like anyways, the point is it's not that much, but it's a difference. Okay, so anyways, I just kind of released the expectations like of who's gonna come. I just show up. So I guess I was caught off guard, and then plus like, yeah, I wasn't like mentally prepared, so I was like, it was like a clash of emotions that I could feel. Like I was excited, but I was also like, dang it, I wish I was like more prepared so I can impress. And that was the thing. I felt like I wanted to impress everyone. I wanted to make it worth everyone's time. I didn't want to waste anyone's time. I wanted to impress them, to make it seem like, okay, this is like a real women's circle where I don't know. So I left. It was I enjoyed it, but I have a lot of like, I'm overthinking a lot of things right now. And I'm only sharing this to kind of give you guys the reality of like doing something that scares you. It's still scary when you do it. And I'm just a normal girl, like all of us, or a normal person trying to show up and be brave for the things that I know is a part of my purpose. And for me, that's like community, connecting a community of like-minded souls, like-minded women together, to help be that guide for each other, to be that support for each other, even if it's just the ear, or just even if it's just understanding. And I have battled with this whole idea of like wanting to just be like, I'm not any different than everyone, so I kind of put pressure on myself to be like this, like professional, not perfect. I don't want to appear that way, but I definitely don't want to appear like I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm not like fit enough to run a women's circle. But sometimes when I overthink it, then I feel like I'm getting in my own way and stuff like that. So I don't know if any of this makes sense, but the point is, a question that came up in the women's circle, which we have like these questions that we kind of, get to know each other and kind of deep dive into certain things. And the question today was, what part of yourself are you holding back currently? And I think I was struggling to find words to this question, or to the answer, or to answer it. But then after we like left, and the women's circle completed, I was super wired and I started overthinking it, and I was like, oh, they hated it. Even though like I think it went well and it seemed like it went well, I was just overthinking everything, And then I started to realize like, oh, I know what I was holding back. My fear. I'm holding back the fact that this showing up, because that's what I said my intention was, because we have this thing where we like start off with our intentions, and I always say like my intention, today specifically, was to show up, because I think showing up is the hardest thing when we want to do something new, and it may seem scary, the hardest part is showing up, but I guess the part of, like I said, I was holding back, and I was trying to. I just wanted everyone to feel comfortable, so I didn't want. I don't know, but I guess when I'm honest with myself, is that the fear behind of putting yourself out there. to be judged. We talked about like being perceived, and I think I put myself out there a lot to be perceived, and I just naturally do it without thinking, oh, people are going to be perceiving me. The thought of that happens afterwards. My time is running out. Oh gosh. The thought of that happens afterwards, that I'm perceived. Like if I put it out, I have a feeling, you know, I'm a fire moon. So whatever I feel, I want to express it. And then after I express it, I'm like, oh shoot, I said that. Or, oh shoot, I did that. Like I think later. So now I'm like, oh, you know, and now I'm overthinking everything, or I don't know. So there's a lot of fear. It's scary putting yourself out there because, yeah, you can be judged. You also can be like another thing that came up was like being perceived also means, or putting yourself out there makes it seem like then people establish their own thoughts about you when it may not even be the full you. People only get snippets of you. And obviously, like, for me, sometimes we may get the nervous parts of ourselves, you know? Like, I definitely feel like I always try to be myself, but I definitely feel like this was the first time with me meeting a lot of these ladies that was there. And I definitely don't, like, they saw parts of me, but I feel like it was more of, like, the frantic part of me, you know? So it's kind of just like, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to come on camera, to be honest, and just say, like, just because people are putting themselves out there doesn't mean that they're not fucking scared shitless internally. Because putting yourself out there is scary. But it's more rewarding than that, because if it could help someone in some way, then I don't care if I look like a dumbass. I don't care if I look crazy. You know, because I also have to realize that, like, we're all human. You know, like, there's a lot of people that try to appear like they're something that they're not. And I'm choosing not to, well, maybe I am doing that sometimes too. But you know what I'm trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But I guess I just wanted to say that, yes, that definitely, like, the part of myself that I hold back, and even from showing up on for you guys on my social media, is that this stuff is scary. Turning on the camera every day and just talking and sharing a part of, like, even what I do, which is sharing my personal life, sharing my personal journey, and trying to relate it to, you know, in a way that makes sense for me, and that's astrologically, and talk about my spiritual journey and all this stuff like that is scary. So, yeah. And then I pulled a card, you know, and this is what came up for me. To let go. And I know exactly why. It means let go of these feelings, girl. Let go of this overthinking that I was about to get myself into afterwards, because I was just like, oh my gosh, things didn't go as I planned. I wasn't able to show up as this, like, professional, calm, zen, spiritual girly. I showed up just like life. Life was lifing. Stuff was chaotic. A girl had to come and rush after work. Like, that's real life stuff, you know? So anyways, I'm talking a lot and I need to hurry up, but I kind of just wanted to share that. I felt like that's authentic. I also meant to mention in the women's circle that the moon is in Scorpio, which for me, it always causes a lot of fixed emotions. Like, fixed is like set in your way, hard to move, kind of stubborn. Because I'm an Aquarius sun, and when the moon is in Scorpio, Aquarius and Scorpio squares each other. They're not. They're both two fixed signs. One is fixed emotions, and the other is fixed logic, like mind thinking. So I feel like that's clashing with me. I guess the Aquarius part of me, like sharing myself and being open, but the Scorpio moon part of myself that I feel, which is actually going through my ninth house, which is like my public life. It's more about teaching, you know, the house of like teaching and learning and education and exploring new things, and like, but it's definitely giving teacher energy. I just felt like it's clashing, like the current feelings that I have of like, oh, I just put myself out there and wanting to be protective of my emotions, and even talking about fear. Like Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and there is a lot of fear of being like of expressing your emotions and talking about deep stuff that is personal. So maybe that's clashing. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but that makes sense to me. The Aquarius part of me that wants community, that wants to share, that wants to be open, was clashing, and it's clashing with the Scorpio moon energy right now that is all about like privacy, deep feelings, that kind of thing. So anyways, I'm talking a lot. There it is. That's my vent for today. Thank you to everyone who came out today. Don't mind this. This is just a vent, okay? I'm appreciative, and I'm going to continue showing up every Sunday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, because that's what you do when you believe in something. That's what you do when you believe in yourself, and that's what you do when you want to make a fucking change in the world, you know? Yeah.